Hi guys, Verreynne here, Wicketkeeper batter for the Proteas. I'm going to do a what's in my bag. So, firstly, it's a very nice bag. Thank you, Cricket South Africa. It's probably the best we've got. We'll get to the exciting stuff in a bit, but firstly, this is probably the most important little compartment that I have in my bag. Don't know if you can see from there. Most important thing. Very addicted to my phone for those that know me, so this is a very special place in my kit bag. Sunglasses, and then arguably the most important little pouch that I carry with me. I need this to survive. It's got some sunblock, very important to me staying alive out there. Got some more sunblock stuff, more sunblock just to make sure, and then I think this is like face sunblock. So yeah, that's probably the most important little pouch in my kit bag. Not very exciting. We'll move on now to the rest. Got to be careful here. I told David Bedingham I don't have any grips for him, so other side. Let me turn it around. This is where I've got all my extra grips. Like I said, I hope Bedders isn't watching because he's been trying to steal those. Open the top here. This is like all my sort of loose ends, so it's not very neat. I do apologize to the viewers. Got some keeping gloves, some more keeping gloves, more keeping gloves, some grips for David, and then yeah, my shoes smell quite a bit, so just keep them in a packet. It's got these little small ball things in, which if you're interested, you're probably not, but they're quite cool. And then, okay, I lied, my sunblock's not the most important part. This is probably the most important thing in my bag. This is my test cap, number 113. I know we're obviously on a test tour now, so it's in my bag, but I just keep this as a reminder in my bag all the time. So yeah, if I'm playing for Western Province or wherever I'm playing, I always just like to keep this somewhere in my bag as a reminder of, yeah, probably the most special cap that I'll get in my career. Then yeah, just some, I don't know what this thing's called, but it helps you put grips on the bat. And yeah, I think that's all for the top part. Not very exciting. We'll get to the good stuff in a second. This bag's still new, so I'm just figuring out where everything actually is. Okay, so this is the exciting stuff. Obviously got my helmet, which is quite cool. Ball box, also second to my Proteas test cap with importance. And then just your standard batting pads. Got this cool thigh pad. I think I got it in Australia. I've had this for probably about 6 years now. Quite cool if anyone's interested. And then, yeah, keeping pads, again, pretty standard. Yeah, and then I don't have too many cricket bats because I'm quite superstitious and quite fussy. So if I get a nice bat, I just sort of keep it and use it for everything. So I've only got these 3 bats in my bag. It's very, very nice. Yeah, they just sort of lie loose. Like I said, I'm not too big on having too many bats. Yeah, and then lastly are my batting gloves. Yeah, don't really sweat too much, but like I said, I'm very superstitious. So like, yeah, depending on conditions and things like that, I'll probably change my gloves like every 20 balls, maybe 5 overs or something like that. So I like to have a lot of batting gloves. I've also, I think these are marked with, oh no, those don't match. These are marked with P, so these are only allowed to be used for practice. Don't know if you can see on there, there's a little P. Like I said, very superstitious, so yeah, these things need to be in place. But yeah, that's pretty much me done. Nothing too exciting, unfortunately. But yeah, that's what's in my bag.